Alright guys, so I said I'll make another video explaining why this version is a version 4. Now you can see the screws are right here because I've unscrewed one of the side plates. That's going to be also displayed as to how different it is compared to versions 1, 2, and 3. So let's begin. Now I'm not big into the leather craft game, but I'll let those who are decide just how detailed the leather is. I mean, here's the tooling here. As you can see, it has nice tooling. I put the flashlight on so you guys can get a better look here. Now, version 1 had a tooled design where the snaps were. Version 2, it was a sewn-on snap box, but that was also tooled. Now versions 3 and this version is a sewn-on default snap box. It's probably the same width in between the snaps, but yeah, it's sewn on at default here. You can tell. Let's look at this tooling here. Like I said, I put the flashlight on so you guys can get a better look here. It's not that bad. So like I said, some in between here is it's not as much spaced out as I believe version 2 is, but you know, a lot of people give version 2 its due because it's probably the most TV accurate belt because of the tooling on the snaps and everything. But trust me when I say this, you know, that is true, but everybody has their own opinion, and you know, because I own this one, I absolutely love this version of it. So let's check out the side plates. By the way, here are the screws. You know, like I said, there's people out here that wants to know the screw sizes like this. I know on the other belts it is a little roundish, but let's look at it like a little wider, but you know. All right, so the side plates. A lot of people's been waiting for this part, so let's get to it. Now, that was a fail because I actually just popped it back in. Let's take this off. So, version 1, the side plates kind of sunk in, and it actually had like washers inside to, you know, give it some kind of leveling so it could be, you know, as leveled as you can see this side plate is here. But it's still kind of sunk in a little, and it didn't look too good. Version 2 it was a metal platform that was attached to this this part of the plate that allowed this plate to just, you know, fall right in, and it has a little bed on the bottom to lay on. But version 3, I believe, it had these two tabs here, but it did not have these two tabs here. So when you press down on the tabs on version 3, it actually, you know, shook a little. So but as you can see, I'm pressing down on here, and it's not, you know, this thing is sturdy. It's not a shake, nothing. So this is why I believe this is a version 4, because of these tabs here. These were not on version 3, and it was not on version 1. And like I said, version 2 had a metal bed attached to this plate that pretty much kept that side plate, you know, leveled automatically. So that's the side plate. The bar is a very flat bar. It's not as domed as version 2. Version 2 had a more raised dome bar. It is the same as version 1 and 3 where it's flat. So, you know, a lot of people like it and don't like it. You know, that's their opinion. The W. Let's look at the background of the W. Version 1 had a metal strip in between this W here that pretty much was painted black to try to make it look like, you know, the leather in the back, because on version 1 the leather in the back was plain. It was a very plain leather, plain, like, you know, like this here, and it, you know, it didn't give it justice compared to the one on TV. Version 2 was probably the most accurate because it was tooled in the back here. It had no metal strip. It was just like this, no metal strip. But like I said, it was tooled on the snap box on the right and the snap box on the left. And version 3, here's how I know this is not a version 3. See this design here on this snap box? Now imagine that enlarged and just placed here. That was the tooling for version 3. It was pretty much a standard snap box design that made it in back of this W. And not a lot of people were happy with that. You know, they felt that it was a half-assed job because version 3 was the first WWE shop-made belt, because versions 1 and 2 were Figures Inc. Figures Inc. messed up on 1, so they made an apology belt with version 2, which was, like I said, everyone's favorite because it was very accurate. But they still went their separate ways, and WWE made version 3, and like I said, they went lazy on the back here. So yeah, at least I could say they fixed that problem with version 4. They didn't fix, you know, everything, and when I mean that, they didn't add like certain version 2 features like the raised sidebars, but I don't care. I love this belt. This is absolutely amazing. These stones here are smaller compared to the one on version 2. I believe versions 1 and 3 were the same sizes as these stones here. And let's turn this belt around so I could just, you know, show you guys. Let me just move these screws to the side here. I don't want to mess anything up, which is why I put down this sheet so I don't, you know, put this belt at risk of getting scratched. This is casted. It's very heavy. It's about 8 pounds. So let's move this here. All right. Now let's look at the back here. WWE Shop Authentic. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is either, but it's not affecting the belt. So, you know, I probably just got there during manufacturing. I believe version 2 had a yeah, it actually had a bolt in the middle that kept that that background very sturdy. So versions 1, 3, and 4 do not have that. But yeah, this is a WWE shop. It's not a Figures Inc. The gold tip, let's turn this back around. The gold tip here does not, well, it does, sorry, match the gold here. That's a good sign. The leather, well, the simulated leather, it's very flexible. You know, I don't want to give this belt too much of an exercise because you know, I mean, I've worn it already, but you know, I don't want to send it to yoga class. But yeah, so did a good job with the stones. The stones look really good. I do plan on restoning this. These are really great simulated stones. It did come with a bag of extra stones, just for those who are wondering. And I think with the exception of version 2, which is, probably the one of the best ways to do it. I think this was, the most acceptable way. I prefer the way the side plate is, like, how it just is sturdy, man. But how simple it is just to add 2 extra tabs. I'm surprised they didn't even, bother doing that, but I'm glad they finally did. This is sturdy. If I was to get another side plate, I don't got to worry about it, tilting back and forth. And, the plates are very thick here. Got a curve on the side plates, but like I said, it's flat, so it's not version 2. Version 2 had a 3D dome and also had the 3D crown. So you got the flat plates, and yeah, I believe that's as much as I can cover with this belt. So with that being said, I do recommend this version. I know there's a newer network logo out there now. Put this here, and I'll just put this on the. Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. Oh no. Yeah, I kind of messed that up. I could just turn it. There we go. I do recommend this model, like, to be honest. But I know there's a new network belt out there that everybody is 50-50 on, or probably 60-40 or 70-30 on. But if you do plan on getting the WWE Championship instead of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship now, then now is the best time, because this is the best hybrid version that you can get. It is a mix of all 3 versions before it, and to be honest, there is no flaw, other than those who prefer tooling on snap boxes. There is no flaw to the plates. Like, I love these plates, and it's not a problem that this isn't raised at all for me. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I appreciate the views. WWE Championship belt.